going to the store the other night for bacon and eggs, and Dina wanted some bread. She told me I better write it down, I'd forget. I told her she's the one that needs notes. She's the one that forgets, not me. And when I came back with a half gallon of vanilla ice cream, she said, I told you you'd forget the chocolate syrup. Well, good morning. Welcome back to the farm. Today I am sitting on the back porch. I got a cup of coffee, and I think about 75 of these, somewhere in that neighborhood. I'm going to be replacing. These are the nipples that pluck the feathers in my chicken plucker. So I've got the spinner plate right here. I've started pulling a few through there, just checking it out to see. These three on the back side right here are short, and so this sits in the tub where right about there, and these are the sweepers that sweep the feathers to the drain inside the plucker. Now I'm definitely going to have to replace them three too, so I just figured I'd bring you guys along with me. Probably need a pocket knife to cut them off, and we'll get going. So I'm just going to cut this one right here. Try not to cut my new nipple I've already put in there. Just like that, it comes out. So you can see these guys, whoop, I can't hang on to it. You can see these guys are not near as flexible, and it's dry rotted real bad. But look how these are. These are super flexible and no dry rot, so that's the good stuff. So I cut the one out and put the new one in its place, but it is too long if I leave it like that, so I've got to cut it off. And I don't know, it might cut with my pocket knife okay, but I wanted to leave the other two in there to give me a reference of how long it needed to be. All right, I had to go get a pair of scissors to cut that off. I think just got a big pair of scissors I had. But got to get these other two off right here. All right, I got them off. Now we put two more in there. Now we get to cut them off. Like that. That's not the easiest thing to cut, y'all. They're designed to be flexible. And this last one don't want to cut. Cut the other two, can't cut this one. I think if I had a pair of cable cutters, I'm gonna go get a better pair of scissors. All right, I got a much bigger pair and newer. Hopefully, holy cow, no strain at all. That cut it right off. That was the right tool for the job. I don't even know if cable cutters have done it that good. So that's got my 3 sweepers cut off, and I'll show you what I mean by sweepers. They sweep the feathers to the drain hole on the inside. So that this is the top, and this is the bottom that goes to the pan, and it's only, well, it's only gapped that far, and the feathers collect in there, and there's a drain hole in it, and these sweep it off. But I'll show you on the actual plucker in a little bit. I got to take this plate off. It's not fun to put back, but I got to do it. I didn't have it super tight. It's just got a loose nut in there for a spacer. It's kind of surprising that that's what it was, but I guess it would hold up. No way I can hold that in my finger. I tried. One more. I don't know about y'all, but I got to keep things together or I won't have them no more, and I'll be looking for something to replace it. Since it works like it is, I'm going to try to keep it like it is. All right, that's your spinner. That actually goes to the shaft on the electric motor. Now we can finish putting these in. They're not too hard to put in. They fit really good. That when they're old, they're not flexible, but these being brand new are pretty flexible, and that's a good thing. Hopefully my audio's pretty good on here. I got my best microphone on, but I know it's directional. I found that out the hard way at the 10 killer meetup. I put it on and was standing on the back side of the phone talking, and it did not pick it up. I was a little disappointed, but I learned a lesson, and now I know that it's directional mic. I hope I got enough of these because I got to do the drum too. That that's it's stationary and this plate spins, but it's got fingers on it too. And if I don't have enough, I'll have to order some. I don't want to keep them on hand. If I do keep them on hand, I just want a couple of spares. I don't want a whole bunch of laying around dry rotting on me and me thinking I got new ones and they ain't no good when I want to use them. If that makes sense. I'd rather just buy them new as I need them rather than try to store them. I guess I could get some kind of cosmoline cosmoline packing or something, but I just soon not have to deal with that. And then remembering where they're at when I'm ready for them is a whole nother ball game, right? I was going to the store the other night for bacon and eggs, and Dina wanted some bread. She told me I better write it down, I'd forget. I said, I told her she's the one that needs notes. She's the one that forgets, not me. And when I came back with a half gallon of vanilla ice cream, she said, I told you you'd forget the chocolate syrup. Which is a totally fictitious story, but it's pretty accurate as far as me forgetting. And the older I get, the worse that gets. Just funny. Just a little joke. I may title this, I told you you'd forget. My whole point about that was I'd forget where I put these nipples because they'll last. These are 3 years old that I'm pulling out. So they last a long time. 3 years from now, I don't know, unless I just labeled it and had a better system than I got now. I don't know that I'd remember where they're at or remember the chocolate syrup. I heard that a long time ago. These are a lot easier to put in than I was expecting them to be. All right, that's got them all in there. That looks good. Now I got to put the plate back on, which is not hard, but not easy. That makes sense. Uh, because has to go through here, then through that nut that I showed you for a spacer, and it's just loose, not tight, and then through the plate, and then the nut on the other side. Them nipples smell like a tire, y'all. All right, the first one's not too bad. It's the second and the third one trying to get that spacer in there with sausage fingers. Sausage fingers is a curse. All right, that one wasn't too bad either, but the next one I'm not going to have near enough room, near as much room. Last one, maybe this is, I was wrestling it standing kind of on a table the last time, and that actually wasn't too bad. Just sitting down and having it in my lap instead of the way I was wrestling it the last time, that wasn't too bad to do. Got it right away. All right, let's tighten those up. Ooh, flying wrenches. Speaking of flying, we had some hawks around this morning. When you got chickens running everywhere, that's not a good thing. All right, this is ready to go back on the plucker, y'all, and I will show y'all that when we get there, but that is what pulls the feathers out of the chicken right there. Right now, I got to get off of here and run to work for a little while and meet a mechanic out there that's going to do some stuff to some of our trucks. See y'all when I get back. I might shoot a... All right, we're back from work. Got that done. It took at least twice as long as I figured it would, and I didn't record anything, but we're back to working on this. I've got the plucker's drum here, and we got to take all of these nipples out. I've counted already. I've got enough new nipples, and I'm gonna have like 40 to spare. So the easiest way I found to get them out of here is to cut them with these scissors. I need 13 of these short ones. And I want to cut them off so the turntable fits right in here. That's why these are shorter, because they'll be running on the edge like that. So the short ones will run on this side, not this side. The rest of them will be above this in the turner. I mean in the drum. So I tell you what, these scissors are definitely the way to go. Let me see. Pretty much where I wanted it. That's the right length. 1, 2, 3, 4. Need 13 of those. I don't know. I might want to put them in before I cut them all off. Just to give more to hang on to. No, I think I just cut them all out. And then we'll go from there. That's got them all out. Now we get to put them back in. All right. That's got it completely done. That brand new nipple all the way around. Now I've got to cut these top ones off to match that one. All right, that job is complete. All I need to do is reassemble, and I'll take y'all out there with me and show you all those different things I was talking about when it's all put together. So now, here's what I'm talking about. Now cut those 3 short ones off. They sweep the inside of this, which is the bottom, and they sweep the feathers into that drain hole right there. But inside, you can see there's those short ones that I cut off, and when the plate spins by, they clear this outside roll of nipples, and that's the reason those are cut off. So that is the entire thing. All nipples are replaced. Ready for plucking chickens.